Yeah, and we now go live to listen to some English from hell. So let's do that.
サポートしてくれた家族、それから何よりもこの4年間、応援してくれたファンの皆さんに感謝したいと思います。ありがとうございます。
All right.
I really
There we
want
go.
to thank a lot of people started the ship going. Sony started out with us.
I would like to
and also
thank
Gorilla
last
for,
people.
Providing the game engine. And also,
Oh.
it was a small boat, but all the cast came on board. The musicians, the artists, the people.
The girls were
collaborated,
real
thank you so
sports
much.
about
And also, the small
stripping
boat
down
was
naked
all
for
the staff,
mocap that didn't require it.
Came to work
They were
together. I
fantastic.
would really like to thank them. And also, my family. And best of all, the fans who waited 4 years. Thank you so much.
The incredible equivocating interpreter. Your job is literally to speak English for a living. What award did it just win, by the way? Was it direction?
Congratulations today.
I'm wondering now if he just won that award, if that's sort of his consolation prize, because they know they can't get away. Sorry, let me move the camera. They know they can't get away with giving him every goddamn award. Although Mads Mikkelsen already won for voice acting. I did see that.
The 2019 Gaming Tweet of the Year.
The tweet of the year? I wonder if it's my hot take about video games not being art.
Catch it all on Twitter. Follow at Twitter Gaming.
Oh, what's this? It's a dragon. I wonder if we get to buy Skyrim again. Nope, nope. Oh, I was close. I was very close. Join the epic season of the dragon. Wait a minute, I thought they were all dead now. You know, I did pitch a full Elsewhere game. You could do that instead of more Elder Scrolls Online bullshit. Explore Skyrim. No, I was right. It's Skyrim again. The madman. He did it. The absolute madman. We'll be buying this game until we die, folks. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. You know, I'm not sure I want to live in a world where Skyrim's not being eternally resold. I gotta be honest, it's like there's like something comforting about it. It's like New Orleans always being chocolate. Over 75 awards and nominations. Oh, so is this Doom Eternal? Which is looking bitchin', by the by. Shame about the wokeness. Ooh! Yeah, it's Doom Eternal. Oh, there's our release date. And that's a release date I fully expect them to hit, by the way. Let me move my microphone over. Hopefully I don't fuck it up. You know Taryn Gell's not on this stream because we started early. That's how that works. Let me look at the chat real quick. Alright, sweet. So what a bet there'll be no Sabaton. They already had Green Day. Way to strike while the iron is fucking frozen, Keely. Who the fuck's next? Sum 41? Fucking NoFX? Shit. No! Dig Phoenix TX out of fucking mothballs. Let's do it. God damn. Stream's a little quiet. Yeah, I turned the actual volume of the stream down. And pump it up a little bit here. Just a hair. 'Cause it got very, very loud when I was doing tests, but I'll pump it up a little. I'll pump up the jam while your feet are thumping. But please don't get your booty on the floor tonight. No, we're not streaming this. We're mocking this, is what we're doing. I apologize for the myriad
She's an
times when my
actress
camera
and
will
producer.
eat shit randomly.
Please welcome Michelle Rodriguez.
Michelle, holy shit! It is 2003. Holy fuck! Michelle Rodriguez, first Green Day, and now Michelle Rodriguez, and we're pretending Kojima can still make games. It is 2003. Holy fuck!
And I'm really excited about it. Allow me to present the world premiere of our latest expansion to the Fast and Furious saga.
You ruined Lost. I actually liked Anna Lucia, I'm not gonna lie. What was she on that show for, like 45 minutes? What is this? It's a fucking racing game! No.
It's the only way to keep you both safe.
Oh, is it a GTA thing?
I think I know someone who can help.
Deborah Wilson, boy. Oh, no. They're not. They're not!
We want revenge. We want justice.
Oh my god, it is 2003! We got Michelle Rodriguez, we got Vin Diesel pretending he has a career and hasn't been replaced by The Rock. I fucking said it. We got Fast and Spurious. This is good shit.
When in doubt,
Oh, come on. They made Vin Diesel beefier in the game. You know Vin Diesel put that in his contract, right? All right, I want to be in the shape that I was in 1999. Back when every homosexual on planet Earth fantasized about plundering my pooper.
stay amateurs.
Yeah, and even the graphics are 2003. You know what it kind of looks like in terms of the mechanics? I want to see what studio did it. Slightly Mad, Universal's Mad. Okay, never mind. That looked very similar in terms of game engine to Mad Max.
From a little article,
Which is a very good game, actually.
To a movie, to a video game. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that game looks like some
I'd like
PS2
to now
bullshit.
introduce
I'm not even
surprise
gonna lie.
guest and also one of my friends for life, Vin Diesel.
Oh my god. And now we'd like to highlight the fact that he's not in the same shape he is in the game. Just really draw a big, thick, black underline under it. Thick enough and black enough for Michelle Rodriguez to date. Oh, I'm being paid to be here. The stream skipped there for a second. There's a physique that doesn't need to be in skinny jeans.
We have been gamers. We have been gamers forever, and we are at an award show of our people.
And I am lit.
Literally, me and Vin used to just.
He
come
is
together and
fucking
spend
lit.
all
He
night
sounds
playing,
drunk.
like, Tekken Fighter
Of course, he
games
always
or
kinda
Street
sounds drunk.
Fighter. Nuts.
You know they asked him to be here, and he was like,
Yeah, this is.
"All right, pay me in
It's
Jack."
amazing to see that trailer finally. I gotta tell you a secret too. I didn't tell you before.
Although he was
Yesterday
behind
I
a
saw
pretty
the
good
4-minute
stealth game. I
trailer
gotta be honest.
to
The
Fast 9.
Chronicles of Riddick game is not half bad.
How come you didn't send it to me?
Just thought I'd come out for this totally unscripted moment.
I love all of you. Okay, so.
I don't know about the skinhead guy coming out in a shirt that says one race. I'm just throwing that out there. You get a skinhead guy in a shirt that says one race in front of an adoring throng. I'm usually not a fan. Okay, and now our mandatory symphony thing. Really? Outer Worlds? although the soundtrack is not offensive. You know, I had wondered while I was playing the game, I was like, something's off about just the way this game looks. Something about the art style isn't quite right. Like, if you watched my Outer Worlds stream, you know this. And I realized, I had not realized this until I started reading developer interviews. They actually altered the game's art design so that it could be more inclusive to colorblind people. Not that I'm bashing colorblind people, but what the fuck? Like, what's next? Have focus groups with fucking tripods and shit? Like, you know, we'd really like to be all-inclusive to the hermaphroditic one-legged. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, Death Stranding doesn't even belong. And although, in fairness, that's the one thing that the fans vote on, is the nominees. They get to vote on the nominees, and then a bunch of bought-out bitches from the gaming industry, from the gaming journalism field. They're the ones who actually get to select Game of the Year. And Jeff Keighley claims he's not a part of the committee, even though he was a part of the committee every year before this. Which I half think he took himself off the voting committee just so that he could give Death Stranding an award and not be accused of corruption. I'm actually of that opinion at this juncture. Discount Andrea Bocelli. All right. I think I'd prefer this guy blind and Italian. Ba-ba-dee boop-a-dee. Pump up. Alright, there we go. I think, you know what? Go dig up Green Day. Let's go listen to that instead. The soundtrack for the game ain't that bad. Oh, wait, what is this? This is... Oh, Sekiro? Ugh! This is not a thing I want to watch. Nor is that a haircut that I would like to reside in the same world as. What is going on there? Is he wearing barrettes in his hair? Am I crazy? Am I seeing that? He had barrettes in his hair. I don't know what's going on. He stopped by Claire's on the way over. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go.
And they keep telling me don't lean down.
You're a big
As my
motherfucker.
daughter would say, Dad, take over your fear. And
Huh?
the Game of the Year award
Here we go.
goes to
Here we go.
Sekiro.
Out of nowhere! Cult of Kojima on Suicide Watch. And I've heard it's good. I've heard it's good. Big oof for Hideo. Although he won pretty much every other fucking award. I don't know what I'm saying. They awarded him fucking Best Janitor. They awarded him every fucking solitary thing except for the Game Award. And usually, I would end the stream here, but usually, to avoid this fucking minefield of broken English, but usually there's a big reveal or two after this, so we'll see.
我々としてはですね、新しい挑戦とか、尖った部分を含んだタイトルだったので、作ってる間すごく不安だったんですけれども、こう素晴らしい賞をいただけて、すごく驚いてますし。
I would translate all this, but that balding George Costanza-looking gentleman is going to.
Difficult and complex elements that made us a little unsure when it was about to come out, and we were both surprised and overjoyed at the reaction that we saw.
Serenity now! Serenity now!
フロムソフトのスタッフ、そして素晴らしいサポートをしてくれたアクティビジョンの皆さんと共にですね、喜びを分かち合いたいと思います。
There's been a lot of Japanese on the stage tonight, I must say. Which is, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
as well as the team at Activision for their ongoing support throughout.
Ulysses, his phonetic pronunciation of Japanese. Art Vandalay. And the award goes to Vandalay Industries. When we set out to make latex, we never believed we would come this far.
We couldn't have done it without you, and it was
being handed a flimsy fucking award by a sleepy-looking Canadian.
We possibly can.
And a washed-up action star.
Thank you.
Oh, that was quick. Good for them. Good for them. I've heard the game's good. Games about ninjas winning anything is always good. It gives us hope for Tenchu.
Game Awards 2019. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you again next December to keep celebrating games. Have a great night. Thank you very much.
No post-show reveal. Well, hold on. We'll wait, because sometimes they'll show one last trailer. If not, then we'll wrap up the evening. I missed some of the awards at the beginning, so I might actually go look up what all won what, and then I'll make fun of that. Oh no, apparently that's that. Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna go. Hold on. All right. Okay, so there was a big Final Fantasy VII trailer, Ghost of Tsushima news. What is Ghost of Tsushima news? Was there a trailer, or did they just walk on stage awkwardly and say, the game's still coming, yo? Okay, here we go. Wolf Among Us 2. Amazon Games. Green Saber. Oh, Green. Oh, that's a shame. Sorry, I'm on IGN. They love to word things in the most confusing way possible. From a development team based in China comes Naraka. You lost me at China. Gears of War gets tactical with Gears Tactics. That could actually be kind of cool. Personally, kind of, it could be kind of like XCOM or something. I could see that working. A longer Ghost of Tsushima trailer, which, whatever. Weird West, which kind of looks like Hard West if you haven't played it. It's a game on Steam. I actually just got it. It's really not bad. It's kind of a tactical, isometric Western game. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. A new Dungeons & Dragons game. That's always good. There's a Forest sequel. Epic Star Wars announcement. There is no epic Star Wars announcement. Apparently something in Fortnite. Some kind of Star Wars bullshit in Fortnite. Player Unknown reveals an unknown. Oh, yay. We're back to making announcements of announcements now. Fuck you. Another Bravely Default game. That's pretty kick-ass. I wonder if the name Bravely Default was intentional. And by that, I mean, it's like the default JRPG from fucking 20 years ago. So I wonder if they actually intended, like, we're going to bravely make the most default JRPG ever made. But hey, whatever. We could use it. Hellblade 2, who gives a fuck? Series X. So that's the next. Okay, hold on. I'm going to have to read this because I actually missed this. So there was Xbox news. In the first blockbuster announcement of the night, Microsoft's Phil Spencer, I'm going to call him Phil Spector, announced the name and release date for the next-gen Xbox. Then he shot a waitress in the mouth. Series X will land for the 2020 holidays. Spencer said it would set a new bar for performance, speed, and compatibility. And he touted the biggest lineup of our exclusive games in our history. So 2 entire exclusives this time. Directly addressing the biggest flaw of the Xbox One. No fucking shit. Of course, in fairness, in the last 3 years, they've bought a bunch of exclusive studios, including Obsidian and a couple others. The design of the console showed a black upright box. Huzzah. Similar to a desktop PC tower. I have to say, calling it the Series X more or less confirms what Terengel and I have been talking about in private, which is we suspect the next wave of consoles is going to focus on modularity. I don't know if the PS5 will. Actually, it sounds like the PS5 might. But here it sounds like Microsoft is onto that idea, which is, you know, instead of doing these fucking obnoxious updates, you get a base unit and then you swap out the hardware instead. I'm wondering if that's not the way they're fucking going, because the system looks like a goddamn computer tower. So, I personally, I think that's the way to go. Final Fantasy VII trailer, yeah, whatever. Oh, here we go for the winners. All right. Control won something. That's a shame. Okay, there we go. Best fighting game, Smash. Who gives... I mean, when you're up against Mortal Kombat 11. Best esports team, shut the fuck up. Nobody watches that. Best esports host, again, nobody watches that. Best esports event, best esports coach, best esports blowjob behind the fucking stage to Jeff Keighley. Best score in music, Death Stranding, so that was the first one of the night. I think Death Stranding won 4 awards. Just in case you believe Keighley's association with Kojima in no way affected the results of the evening. I'm counting 4 awards that Death Stranding won, although it did not win Game of the Year. I think that would have been a little obvious. Best community support, Destiny 2. Best narrative, Disco Elysium. I've heard that game's fucking bitchin'. Best audio design, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Best esports player, the one you've all been waiting for. I wonder if he came out in a fursuit. Basically everything a Republican hates. Best strategy game, Fire Emblem Three Houses, which that's actually significant in that was one of the few categories that the fans actually voted on. Go figure, when the fans actually vote on something, a game that is actually halfway fucking decent wins. Content Creator of the Year, I don't know who the fuck that is. Best Art Direction, Control, which I've heard is good, but doesn't look like my fucking bag. Devil May Cry 5 won Best Action Game. It's okay. Everybody gets one wrong on occasion. Games for Impact. So fucking retarded. By the way, did you guys fucking see that part? Did you see the part earlier where he's like, we want to emphasize the diversity of gaming. So now I'd like, what did he say? What was the exact terminology? Like, the International Gamers of the Year to stand, and it was like they were filming a McDonald's commercial in the back row. There was like the standard Slavic gentleman with strange Eastern European facial hair, and there was a girl in a fucking burqa, and there was a black kid. I was expecting it to end with ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Oh, it was amazing. I forget what it was called, but yeah, basically he just asked for minorities to stand to prove that minorities play games instead of producing them. All right. Best family game, Luigi's Mansion 3. I've heard that game's awesome. Why wasn't that in contention for something else? Because it's on Switch and it's not a real game. Best mobile game, Call of Duty Mobile. Whoa. Best sports and racing game, who gives a fuck? Oh, Crash Team Racing. I actually heard that was good. Best multiplayer game, Apex Legends. Esports Game of the Year, League of Legends. What is it, fucking 2012? What the fuck? League of Legends? Out of nowhere. Best... Oh, no, never mind. 5 categories. Mads Mikkelsen won for Death Stranding. Best indie game, Disco Elysium, which is cleaning up a little bit here. Best art direction, Death Stranding. Go fucking... Apparently putting babies in jars is art direction. Game of the Year, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, which is pretty cool. They subverted our expectations, but not in Ryan Johnson fashion. All right, gang. Let me see. I might tear into these super chats real quick. Hold on. Let me see. This is really awful, too. Streamlabs changed their fucking setup so I can't see a lot of stuff that I could see before. that's the wrong one. There we go. All right, sweet. Well, come the hell on. Actually, let me log in via my telecommunications apparatus so I can answer some of your super chats real quick. And while I wait for this fucking bullshit to load. Who got Dylan? Who got Game of the Year? Sekiro did, actually. But Death Stranding won absolutely everything else. I don't know how you could play that game and think. I mean, if there were an award for like ham-fisted, star-studded cast, I could see that. Otherwise, I'm not so fucking sure. All right, let me. Come on. It makes you log in every fucking time. I swear to God. All right, there we go. Miss Return to Castle Wolfenstein. I remember playing that at launch and not thinking it was like the most mind-blowing thing ever. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let me see your super chats real quick. I don't want you guys to have donated in vain. Oh, wait. I have them listed here. What the fuck? They're listed on the goddamn dashboard. What the fuck? Merlin's Jester. Terrence, since you've been let out of the dungeon early, I surmise. What's your take on bondage and gimping? Serious response only. K, thanks, bye. He's not here, so I'll answer on his behalf. He loves it when you spit in his mouth and call him Sally. The safe word is Tifa. Composite Frylock. Please, Razorfist, save us from this bore fest. I'm afraid I showed up a little too late to save you from most of it. John Sislowski, you're very quiet, as is the video. I kind of corrected that a little bit. Composite Fry, like, hey, Razor, can you do your best Yao Ming please face meme impersonation since you're on Facecam, please? How do I do that? What is his please face? Is it the one where the only Yao Ming meme I've seen is where he's laughing? That's the only like the. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not Asiatic. What are you gonna do? I have not eaten nearly enough bugs and or seafood. J Center 83, hey chumps, take on rumors of the Resident Evil 3 remaster. What rumors? It's not a rumor. They revealed it. They even played a bit of the soundtrack for a game that's not even out yet. I don't know why we were supposed to connect with that. Also, favorite cream for all of you in Casa de Razor, and how much could we pay you to punch Jeff Keighley and Kojima in the sack? How do you locate something that isn't there in order to punch it? Dylan, pardon me. Dylan Killen, so want to bet there'll be no Sabaton? I wish Sabaton had been there. Man, you wish there had been like a World War I game or something, so Sabaton could be wedged in there. Somebody, thoughts on the Henry Lee Lucas case? I don't know what the fuck that is, bro. I'm sorry. Fred Richards, where's the DLC for the dead dude? Only $40 US. Yuri Gressel, worst generation ever. Please refrain from hitting your head on the display case, as it contains very rare berry worth, in which he advises a friend to commit suicide. Thank you. The Dashing Rogue, would you like to be a guest on my podcast? I don't know what your podcast is. For all I know, it's the Second Off Dudes Hour. I don't want to be on that podcast. Composite Frylock, so female predator in the new Predator Hunting Grounds game. Forced diversity or trying something new? A female predator? What, they dug up Demi Moore? Trash Person. Spoilers, the Indie Award winners praise Marks and Angles. This is where we're at now. Yeah, well, you knew that was coming when it was a fucking Indie Game Award. Was that... Wait, who won the Indie Game? Was it Disco Elysium? Because if the developers of Disco Elysium are fucking commies, then I rescind my recommendation. Merlin's Jester didn't know easy listening hard rock was a thing. They found a way. Jim Sterling and a Mankini, watching this makes me wish I could be there with enough napalm to burn down Southeast Asia. Well, they didn't hold it in Southeast Asia. Gothic, because Western games suck currently, Razor. Really? You don't say. John Francis, hello, Mr. Razorfist. I found you because of Steven Crowder. I followed and have not regretted it since. Thoughts on Doug Bowser? All the best. I don't know who that is. I know Doug Walker. Insinadine, did you see why $10 super chat? I'll buying at this point. If YouTube, I have no idea what any of that was. Those were not words. I hope you're not laboring under the misapprehension that that was English. But thank you, sir. Demaster012. So how's that Death Stranding review coming, Ray? Oops. How's that Death Stranding review coming? Actually, I could probably kill this real quick. Da-da-da. Yeah, there we go. How's the Death Stranding review coming? I haven't gotten my hands on it yet. I have another review that Terangel is working on as we fucking speak for a totally different, much better game. Looks better. I haven't played Death Stranding, in fairness. It does look pretty bad, though. But, yeah, for a completely different game. Actually, I already announced it, so what the fuck? Why am I playing coy? We got a Greedfall review coming out. And then I'm working on another one after that, because MechWarrior 5 just came out, so I'm going to be doing that. And last night, I did about half of a Metal Mythos, and then I got about half of another one done. And there's more than half of another one done. So I got like 3 Metal Mythos in the pipeline, and 2 reviews, and of course the standard rants and all that fun shit. In fact, I recorded a couple more rants that are kind of outdated now, so unfortunately I'm probably not going to be able to release them. John Horn, I recently got to see my first Japanese zoo. They had everything. Elephants, Ryans, and even a kangaroo. I'm going to hell. Helicopter Kicks. How happy would you be if they ever made a Cobra video game based on the canon highly underrated action film? I would love it. You know, it really pisses me off because Cobra, of course, was heavily patterned after Dirty Harry, right? Everybody kind of knows. Hell, he even copied the partner from Dirty Harry. Same actor and everything. There was a Dirty Harry game that was going to come out and got shit canned by Warner Brothers Games in 2007. And the screenshots look great, and the way it was described looks great. Clint Eastwood consulted on it and did voice work for it, and they shit canned it. These paste-swilling fucking simps canceled it. Oh, that pisses me off. But if it was anything like that game is described as being, that would have been fucking boss. Composite Frylock, you heard about the leaks for Episode 9, like how Kylo Ren sacrifices himself to save Mary Ray Sue after she kills Palpatine and Han Solo as a Force ghost. All I can say is, Sith here returned again. I have no idea what that means. But it sounds fan servicey enough that I could completely buy it being a J.J. Abrams plot. 100%. Necroner. Disco Elysium's creators grew up in a socialist Russia. They love the idea of communism, but they admit in their game that communism is a pipe dream that leads to people dying. So they praised Marx and Engels on fucking stage, did they? That how that fucking works? Never mind that Marx and Engels couldn't agree on what the fuck socialism was. Never mind that they broke up like the butt fucking Beatles. Only their version of Yoko was basic common sense. Oh, Doug Bowser. I'm a fucking asshole. Anime Mun specifies Doug Bowser is Reggie Fils-Aimé's replacement. Yeah, I haven't, he's been doing a good job so far. The Switch is tearing it up. The Switch is outselling the PS4 and has been for some time. It's got most of the market momentum right now. It has sold more at this point in its life cycle than the PS2 and PS4 had at this point in their life cycles, which is pretty fucking baffling. That's crazy. So I can't criticize the job the man's doing. Granted, he's only the head of Nintendo America, but a lot of the sales are happening in America. The Switch is doing really well, objectively. And I can't quite read that last one because this fucking app is retarded. So let me see if it's got it listed here. Okay, Mercenary X. There were a couple I missed. Mercenary X. Wait, the Game Awards are going on now? Oops. Why can't I remember this happening? Also, Razor, did you see the IG report? I'm going to send you something over Twitter about it. I didn't read the IG report, but I have heard sort of the highlights of it. And it certainly sounds like the FBI colluded with the Democratic Party. Shock, amazement. Which it sounds like, I mean, basically McCabe had already admitted that Obama ordered the entire investigation. So what the fuck? They basically spied on the Trump campaign. Dontells, what's your stance on the Dead Milkman? What I've heard sounds like hipster garbage. Berserk Shirt Bear, Razor's Game of the Year. Man, I would have to look over a list of games of the year. I really would. I guess there's quite a few in contention, I would have to say. It really wasn't a bad year for gaming at all. I'd say, Greedfall would have to be up there for me. What I've played of MechWarrior 5 has been really good, although it's got some fairly evident flaws, and it seems like it's not quite done, to be honest. So I don't know. A number of good games came out this year. I'm not sure. I'd have to think about it, and honestly, I would have to look at the list of games from this year to really be able to say it, but those would be my contenders. And let's see here. One last one here. No, it cut it off. God damn it. Oh, there we go. Terrence Van Loo. Honest question, how's the comic coming along? I'm not working on a comic. I'm working on a pulp, and it's done. It's just I'm waiting on it to be published. And it's going to be next year. Right now, we already have a cover artist. We're working on getting an interior artist. I've done some illustrations for it. And I'm like trained in art, went to school for it and what have you. So some of those might wind up in the book. They'll be fine, but we need like an actual like full artist who can devote all the time to just illustrating the book. And I want it to be kind of a similar style. We have our eyes on a few people. I don't want to announce anything just yet, but some of them are kind of big. So I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, that we'll get the people that we want to do it. So, and it'll be done in a pulp style. I don't want it to look super modern. I don't want a bunch of photoshopped art. I want pen, ink wash, traditional media. I want it to look like a pulp. I want it to look like the kind of shit I like. Tyler Preston, who's worse, J.J. Abrams or Rian Johnson? I'd say they're equally bad for completely different reasons. J.J. Abrams for pure vacuousness. Rian Johnson for being equally vacuous but twice as fucking pretentious. And which is saying something, because Jar Jar Abrams, he could fill a fucking super tanker with pretentiousness. He has some pretentiousness. He really does. He's a callow fucking commercial filmmaker, and yet he is convinced. Like he's Sergei Eisenstein, honestly. But yeah, of the two, that'd be a tough call. They're equally terrible for completely diametrically opposed reasons. One's just a pretentious pissant. The other is a vacuous commercial pissant. D20 ASMR just received a Uberti Cult SSA, Single Action Army, you mean, SAA, as an early Christmas gift. Any idea where to get cheap 45 Colt ammo? Yeah, hit up like a ammo outlet, man. There's a really good kind of a military surplus ammo place here called what is it called? I can't remember. It's a surplus ammo place, and you can get a box for real cheap. But 45 Colt's always going to be a little more on the pricey side. It's 45 ACP that is a little more reasonable. That's why I love my Ruger Blackhawk, because it's got the convertible cylinder for 45 ACP. So if you just want to go down to the range and shoot, it's a lot cheaper with the 45 ACP. Bjorn Thor Gudmundsson. In case you get the YouTube X, does YouTube 2 have streaming capabilities? Or where will Razer Arcade be? We've long had a Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/RazorFist with a 0, one word. We've had it. We've kind of let it go dormant. We'll do like the odd stream on there here and there, but basically it's a backup for in case we get the axe. But basically if we get killed, that's where the streams will be. So don't worry about it. All right, then I think that is pretty much it, gang. Sorry about showing up late. I had stuff to do and stuff that was, more important than the Game Awards, like picking the toe jam out from between my fucking toes and de-ridging my nut hammock with a jojoba applique. So thank you, folks, for showing up and mocking the Game Awards with me. I love and hate you all, and tomorrow night we'll play something. Actually, I have a few ideas. So we'll do a Razor Fist Arcade live. We got a bunch of videos coming up. And so long, you magnificent sons of bitches. God fucking speed.